Big Elvis diecast review for a Free It Friday. This one is going to include a Tarmac, TPC, NO64, a Pop Race, and a Mini GT. There you have them. Let's get cracking. Now, I like to see when people do a Free It Friday. Don't be afraid to free it. Every once in a while, you got to find something that you just have to see out the package. Well, I crack a lot of mine. I do put them up on a display shelf for a while. We rotate a lot of stuff out and always enjoy cracking and sharing my collection. So this is the Mini GT. This one is the Camry, Nissan Skyline Camry Liberty Walk in the matte black. 655 is the number. Of course, there you have your licensing and the box, which you can use to store your collectible. You don't need this blister because there is one in the box that the car will fit in perfectly. So let's take a look. Now what you see there, that of course is part of the oil coolers or turbo coolers. Detailed very nicely. Inserted headlights. There is your Liberty Walk body. It's hard to see in the matte black, but they put that on. You do have the Liberty Walk emblem on the windshield. Right-hand drive. Little tiny mirrors. There's your roll bar. You can see through the passenger seat, through the back. Slammed decal, inserted taillights. Little muffler piece. That's your bottoms. This one has more detail than a lot of them. But very cool. Done. Just a basic, clean, classic. Of course, she does roll very well, as almost all the Mini GTs do. Very nice, very nice. Next up, let's take a look at a Tarmac. This is the Utopia. This is a Pagani. We'll get this tape cut off of here. Yeah. Tarmac is quite a nice die-cast company. Let's see if I can get this pushed out of this plastic. Yeah, she's coming out. It's going to be goodness. So you're going to want to keep your slides, that extra plastic. It's nerve-wracking. But there it is. Tarmac works. And the Utopia in the carbon fiber. See, she is got a little piece of tape here that keeps it all sealed together. I've already had enough of that, so we're just going to cut it. taken out. As you can see, there it is. I do like the simulated wood. That is pretty cool. Very fragile. You don't want to be messing with these too much. We do have the screw in the bottom. I'll take this screw loose, get it off the base. I do like the one screw deal because it's very easy to take off and put on. See where the screw goes, and you can see where your pins will fall for how you want to display it. But very nice, very detailed. That carbon fiber. Let's get a little zoom in here. You got your inserted headlights. You got your dash gauges. They are extremely detailed. Look, car. Love the gold wheels. Sorry about that. There you go, inside the car. There's your rear engine. All supposedly done in the carbon fiber. The Pagani. Those mirrors, they do have the reflective, or silver paint at least, to simulate everything. Look at the wheels on this a lot. We'll keep everything in focus here. Two-tone interior. Very nice, very sweet car. Tarmac. Now, tarmacs. Mini GTs I can find anywhere from $8 to $15. Tarmacs tend to be $20 to $30. If I find them, when I find them. TCP is another brand. Now these, there's been a lot of questions on whether they're licensed. Some people only will buy licensed. Some people don't care. I am at the point where the more expensive cars seems to be you don't know if they're licensed or not. And maybe that's an issue. I've got to the point, if I like it, I'll buy it. I open and display a lot of mine, so really doesn't matter to me in the long run. But I guess if you are a reseller, it might become an issue to you. Now this is a heavy, heavy car. Let's see if we can get it out of here without destroying the box. You don't know, this might actually be my first TCP car. I would have to do some looking and see. We have, of course, that heavy crystal or acrylic box. It does come with the decals for you to put on. I don't know that I would spend the time to do that. Wish they would have put them on already, but that might be how they get away with it. This is a limited to 1,000 piece. Mine is 558, I think. It is the Liberty Walk F40. See, heavy acrylic base there. It does have the 2 screws, so I probably will not try to take this off. I don't believe this would roll. The tires are branded. It is branded Liberty Walk. Inserted tail lights. You can see the screen is actually a screen. See right through to the motor. There is the motor. Lots of detail in there. See the seats and seat detailing, seat belts. Very, very highly detailed. This TCP model, if I remember correctly, was more of a $35 model when I bought it. But like I say, it is highly detailed. A very heavy acrylic base. And do you spend time trying to place all those little bitty decals? I don't think that's going to be for me. I am short of sight these days and just don't have the gumption to try to do all that. But there it is, your TCP Liberty Walk. Very nice, very, very detailed model. So we got our GT out. Let's do a pop race. This is the Toyota GR86. Now, pop races, I'm not sure where they're trying to fall. Most of the ones I've bought have been in that $20 range. I have got a few that's in the $15 range. So if you've been getting them, leave me a comment. Tell me what range you've been finding them in. We don't get a lot in my area at all. I usually have to buy through online auctions and such to find them. They are very similar to a Mini GT. Well, very tight in the box. Very similar to Mini GT as far as how they are constructed and how they're packaged. There it is. The Toyota GR86. Very clean, very crisp decals. Inserted headlights. Detailed grille. You can see the sponsorship decals, the team decals very clearly. This is more the race car style, so a little extra piece there for the muffler. Not a lot of detail underneath, but it does show pop race. Real rubber tires. I try not to touch the mirrors. They are more of a solid mirror, where Mini GT is more rubberized. Does she roll? She rolls pretty good, but I don't think as well as a Mini GT. But they are a pretty detailed car. Pretty nicely done. There is the pop race. Last but not least, we're going to do an NO64 GTR 35. NO64 is another one of those, most of the time you find them, or at least in my experience, about a $20 to $25 price range. But like, you know, you you kind of get what you pay for. How detailed do you want to get stuff? How crisp do you like the paint? Excuse me. How well do you want your graphics? Now, like the other ones, acrylic, as well as the one screw, NO64, so you know. Let's see if we can get this off of here. And there it is. That's what I like. It's got the pins, so it holds the car on very nicely. You have some detailing underneath. Metal on metal. Rubberized tires. Now you can actually see brake caliper in there, and it stays. It does not rotate around. Brake caliper on the rear. NOs are very, very detailed. GTR 35. I do like it in this color. You've got your carbon fiber wing. You got the blue tipped exhaust. Yeah. Inserted taillights. You can even see the mirrors are done in a reflective. Hard to tell, but yes, they are done in a reflective. They actually have like a lens in them. Pretty detailed. Got your heating element for the back window. Just a clean, crisp, factory done GTR. And do the NOs roll? This one does. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So there is my Free It Friday for today. All off the wall brands. See if you can find some in your location. And like I say, Big Elvis asks you, what did you free today? We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.